So this is what we are doing, Rock Loyalty Where. We just gonna shoot scrap my nigga, based off of some shit that Malcolm said and Marvin taking a trip down the street to talk to a cousin. He deserved better. R.I.P. Scrap. Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tyra here with another struggle review, here to discuss Raising Kanan, episode 2, season 2. Mind your business. Now, before we get into all things, if you thought for 1 second that Malcolm really lost his memory, you are out of your mind. I need you guys to drop down and subscribe to my channel and like this video. I'm going to give you guys a moment to do that. And then we're going to come back and discuss all things. I just can't believe my mans went out like that. Like, eye patch and all. Did you see how geeked Scrap was to just go in there like, yeah, buddy, this is all I've been waiting on. An opportunity, a shot at, you know, that same loyalty that I've been giving you guys for 2 seasons now to get shot in the end? Fuck that shit. Loyalty where?
Go back.
Subscribe to see more of me. Let's get into this episode. Now, of course, we start off with, oh my God, he knows Kanan shot him. Big freaking surprise. I'm really glad that they didn't let that storyline linger on for too much longer, because I don't think anybody really thought that Malcolm lost, you know, all train of thought and he didn't remember what happened. So that didn't surprise me. Now, what did surprise me was him linking up with Rock yet again to tell her what he's gonna do. Like, sir, if you want to hop in Kanan's face any day now and shout, Luke, I am your father, please do that shit. We do not need you continuing to give Rock a heads up about what your next move is, because that continues to give her the opportunity to deny your ass and your paternity to Kanan harder than a black man on the fucking Maury show. Like, she is gonna deny it every time. Stop giving her ammo to block you. Now, he also throws it up in the air that Scrap is, you know, snitching. He was at the police station, which I absolutely did not believe. But if Rock could throw away all of that disdain that she has for Detective Howard, this could work out in your favor. As he said, I'm not saying anything about what happened. I'm even trying to give you a heads up as far as your business to just protect my son. You would have somebody working on the inside, helping you on the outside with obligation to you, because he's the father of your kid. Like, girl, let go of all this hatred that you have for Howard and all of these lies that you have to keep up with as far as Kanan is concerned. With everything that she's lied about, all the things that she's done, the main thing that would completely break up their bond is the moment that Kanan finds out that she has been lying about who his father is, lying about Howard, and set him up to murder his own dad. There is no coming back from that. And just like with Malcolm, Juke, hell, Symphony, she does not want to hear anybody trying to tell her anything, where to go and what to do with her son. I love how we have him and Juke. I love how they rake on each other, just their whole relationship. And it's just like, you have a heart. You are still crying at the fact that Cochise died in Cooley High. Like, yes, as you should. That is a special moment. But it's just like, never lose that about yourself. And I looked into his eyes when he shot me. He is not ready for this life. He is not about this. He is meant for more, meant for something else. But with us knowing Kanan and how much he likes to straddle the fence of, you know, hey, I'm too young for this. I'm just a boy. Maybe I want to go to school. I was just trying to protect my mom. And then he winds up getting himself involved in the business one way or another. It's going to come back around. Kanan is going to always be Kanan. Now, we also get a whole lot of Famous and Jess here in this episode. More so Jess just giving us her last hurrah. Honestly, I was not upset to see her go in this episode. We have it set up to where Crown has helped her out with the job opportunity somewhere in LA, and she's pretty much saying her goodbyes to not only Famous this episode, but Lou. I really feel like the show took her character as far as it could go, and I don't want to see no more goddamn put my brother on. Like, didn't I just give you some head? Didn't I just ride your dick? Don't I make good decisions? Put Famous in the studio. Like, I just can't I can't take too much more of that. So I was happy that it kind of ended there, and I couldn't even be mad at Lou. This is more so a notch in the chamber, a bullet in the chamber for that negative relationship that he already has with Crown Macho. And just the fact that, oh, I know that you are giving her this opportunity and helping her out because she probably slept with you. Like, just get the hell out of here. But all of her and Lou's negative back and forth, the whole relationship, you know, her motives, she's trying to promote her brother all while trying to give business advice. And she's just supposed to, you know, low-key be a go-getter who's, oh, if you're not going to take care of me, I'm going to take care of myself. Okay, go do that over there. Good luck. Now, Famous, on the other hand, getting on my nerves too. He has puntas in his mama's casa. Like, she is just over it. She said he was stealing money out the purse, buying his little weed and whatnot. Like, you have to go. Famous is just he's acting famous and he's not. Like, get in the studio, right? Try some shit again. We are still here to give you opportunity, try to let you in the studio, but you have to come through. You are not even putting your best foot first enough to even write. That's the least you could do. He's too busy trying to, you know, live in the past and receive accolades for them tapes, them shit say selling. We need you to do something else. But the way that he was, you know, kind of ungrateful towards Jess, and you ain't never did nothing for me. Jess may be a whole lot of things, but she was riding for you. Kiss your fucking sister goodbye, because you gonna miss her. Now your ass is out on the street with nowhere to go. Keep the puntas, the white puntas, at your mama's casa. Now we also have Marvin here being forced to participate in group therapy for his anger with this fine ass therapist. I was like, okay, normally when we make a character fine, it's with intent. How long is it gonna be before y'all set it up for Marvin to fuck on this therapist? I will wait on it. But I'm sure that's a different episode for a later day. But don't forget I called it. Anywho, we are getting into, you know, some woosah. What are your triggers, Marvin? Marvin is in no way taking therapy serious, but I know later on moving forward, this is going to have an effect on him because he does have issues with his anger. But when she said, you know, what gets you upset? What are your triggers? What bothers Marvin? I was like, throw all them Fritos back all you want to, Marvin, but we all know as an audience what triggers Marvin. Being constantly underestimated, underappreciated. Marvin is considered more so the muscle, but when it comes to who can we rely on to be the punching bag, the fuck up of the family, it's gonna always be Marvin. And we know that deep down that really bothers him, and he always wants to kind of prove himself to be more than that. He's very much so, you know, the G money of the family. I got ideas too, Rock, listen to me for once. But nobody does, simply because it's Marvin. Now we also continue on the path of Jude feeling distant, feeling alone, really grasping at something that feels like her. She's definitely not going to find that shit with Marvin, so she is looking for a deeper connection with her mother. And it's LaToya Luckett. It is LaToya Luckett in the show. She finds her, even, you know, kind of stalks her for a little bit. Now, speaking of Juke, we also get more into Detective Shannon and Juke, or more so the leftover situation with Nicole and her mother wanting justice. Like, girl, I ain't put that rock to your lip and make you smoke it. She did not give that rock to Nicole to smoke it. She did that all on her own accord. She just wants, you know, somebody to blame, and really just low-key wants Juice. Like, I want her arrested. I want your badge numbers. Like, I'm gonna write a letter. She wants somebody to pay for her daughter's death, and they just like, you know, what you want us to do, girl? Like, she ain't had nothing to do with that. And a lot of blame is coming, you know, towards Detective Shannon and the whole relationship that she has with Dude. Duke. I love that even though we never know where it's gonna go, that at least Duke has that. So far, she has been the only one to consistently care and help her because they do have an understanding. But despite everything, even the captain yelling at her, like a whole lot of blame is coming down on Shannon. Shannon better sit down. You know, she's always being Nancy Drew, Little Miss Investigator. Girl, leave Malcolm the fuck alone. Do your job and move on. But we know deep down that she is not going to let the situation go with Malcolm. And her, unlike everybody else, she feels like Malcolm is lying about what he doesn't remember. And, you know, everybody wants justice this episode. Like, leave that shit alone. He up, he breathing, he walking. Let it go. But she does give Duke the address and the information for her to find her mother in the first place. So at least Duke has that. Now, we also have Rock this episode getting on my nerves. So eager for that money, that position, that power. Like, it's not even money at this point. She is just in love with the thought of the game and just being up here and above everybody else. So eager to freaking link up with the enemy. Was it, you know, a smarter decision? It's about, you know, kind of laying low. Let's all move as a unit, and also strip everything Nick holds near and dear so he won't have a pot to piss in by the time he makes it back here. But damn, Nino Brown, how many Carters do you need? I'm shutting down the Carter. Like, she wants her hand in everything. Like, she wants control, she wants power. Rock is extremely smart, but she moves so fast and she makes like decisions on a fly. If it ain't about the money, we ain't getting to the money, we ain't getting to the dope. I don't want to hear about it. The best thing for me to do is link up with Linnell and snatch this and that from yeah, but at whose expense? Scrap, who is not offered this same position to run, you know, the 40s, this same housing project that will be set up to dispense dope. I am not being placed into a position of power. I am not moving up the ranks, but you are gonna link up with the same nigga who beat me, took my fucking eye, they tried to murder me, they tried to kill Lou. Like, everything with this crew runs really deep. Now, of course, we don't want the attention from the cops. Like, that's just, you know, bad on everything. Let's do it. But it's just not a really great decision in my mind to link up with Nick's crew. Because the same passion you have for your family and the bond that you have, I'm sure even though they were so easy, Linnell was so quick to switch sides and leave Nick's ass in the dust, that same thing still lingers and moves there. And as soon as Nick gets another connection, which he will, because that whole fight that went down in prison with him protecting that Italian, he didn't do it on purpose, but that's what happened. That is going to come full circle, and somebody is going to give Nick some goddamn dope and some money, and shit is gonna be over. And it won't matter that he's hot right now and Dean, aka Bingo Hall, has iced his ass out. Nick, a nigga like Nick, is definitely gonna find his way back in. And boy, when he does, oh my God. If Rock and the crew had any sense at all, especially with Nick being wide open, not a soul in sight wants to touch him, they would fucking kill him and take him out. And the fact that nobody has did that, it's just gonna keep the bullshit going. Now, we also meet a brand new character this episode, Cartier, Zia, whatever, his manager, Salinas, a homegirl with the red lipstick. Who is this? Why are you here? Like, clearly Lou is very familiar with who he is, but I am thinking that Lou is maybe looking up on him with a little bit of admiration. Hey, this was once a nigga in my same place, but now he's good, clean, legit, and he's in the music business. But I don't know, something about him I just didn't trust. Very loud, fast talking, suits. You know, why didn't she speak on him before you got your ass in this studio and you had this opportunity to do a single deal instead of for an entire album? Macho's like, how are we getting money on that end? What if she blows up? How are we getting paid? Everything was making sense, Macho, but of course we have goddamn Lou don't give a damn what Macho say. Sit down and shut up. I don't even care if what you're saying is logical. I don't want to hear it. I'm rolling with this shit. Like, all right, Lou, watch your back. Now, we also have a few extra things going on in the episode, like Marvin being informed by his lawyer that Tony, white girl Tony, is now now, long off somewhere, engaged. I'm like, why y'all dropping those seeds? What Marvin gonna do? Roll up on her and shoot her? Like, what's happening with that? And then we also have Kanan and Famous deal with a little bit of police harassment this episode. It shows you the more things change, the more things stay the same. This is a whole different time period. Yet again, where's your permit? Oh, y'all selling tapes? Get up against the wall, pat down. Just whole ass harassment. I run these streets for no goddamn reason. Really rubbing Kanan the same way. Like, yeah, do you know who my mom's is? Nigga, I could be out here selling a whole lot more. But it is what it is. But the main thing in this episode is Scrap being a snitch. Is he or isn't he a snitch? What moves should we make? Now, of course, we already know Rock just Don Corleone head ass. We need to take him out. Like, this nigga needs to die. He needs to die today. Like, she don't, like, girl, give us 5 minutes. Damn. We have it set up to where Marvin has been an investigator talking about he's a goddamn, I do construction, I do plumbing, I do lay pipe. Like, no, you don't even wish your belt. He goes because Scrap's excuse for, why he wasn't here. Where were you at this point in time? Like, yeah, I went out to a cousin. I was hanging up some pictures, blah, blah, blah. Of course, he knows them inside and out. So I know that, and it wasn't even clear with what she's saying. I ain't hung no pictures. Like, you just never know. There wasn't enough to make that hit on Scrap. Now, we do have Detective Howard say, I saw him, he was snitching, he was doing that. We did not get a clear visual or hear anything about Scrap snitching. We saw him snatched up from that goddamn card game that Rock told him to stay away from in the first place, but he is sitting there with his mother. Who knows if he was saying, hell, get the fuck out of my mother's face. Scrap has been extremely loyal to no fault to this group, and his biggest gripe at this moment is, see me, notice me. Why are y'all moving this dude up in the rank? I'm not even agreeing with, us all linking up after they have, done so much to our crew, especially me. I lost my fucking eye, but at least do me the justice of moving me up. Have I not been here? Have I not been loyal? Once we have Lou, who can just not be bothered with most of it, but we don't have enough to move on Scrap. Whatever the fuck you're thinking about doing, I already know what it is because you're my sister. I don't want no parts of it. I'm not pulling the trigger this time. Like, I am not down for this. Like, I really wish that they did move more as, a collective of a family. Like, we're not making such a drastic decision unless we all agree on it. But, Rock being Rock, we know what it's about for her. Like, I can't take no shorts. I can't take no chances that he is a snitch. Let's just cut him loose. It's like, damn, it's that easy to cut somebody loose. We even get into Juliana this episode. Like, the rats are eating on the money, and it's just like, yeah, what are you gonna do with it? It's never gonna be enough. Like, do something. You're not gonna, run it through nowhere. You're not gonna try to clean it, maybe get it into a bank and offshore account, something. It can't just sit here. Like, what is it all for if it's just sitting here and you're not gonna do anything with it? It's because it's not about the money for her. Like, we even have Marvin, like, I ain't saying he lying, but I'm not saying he not. I'm just saying this is what was told to me. Marvin isn't agreeing with it, and neither is Lou. So when none of them are agreeing, who has to do the dirty work and make the decision and make the kill? I already knew it was fucking gonna be Rock, and I was not surprised. I was, however, surprised at the way that they even got him there to get the opportunity to shoot him. He was so fucking happy. Like, yes, this is what I've been waiting on. Like, I'm gonna be up in this spot. I'm gonna be running shit. We about to be making money. Family, yeah, what's good? Like, he's having a good ass time, just geeked in the back seat, just to pull up and have Rock come out of the shadows and shoot him in the fucking head. Rockabye, baby, broad daylight all day long. I was like, no, absolutely no. Like, it broke my heart. Did you see, like, Lou, like, walked out before she even can, like, pull the trigger good enough, and you have Marvin's over there crying. Like, it just was not a good look. And then, of course, what is gonna happen if you find out that you pulled the trigger way too soon and he was actually loyal? This is not what was going on. It is too late. You already took his life. You didn't even give him enough to even ask him about it. You have just killed one of the most loyal soldiers on your team. But you do have the brand new Laurel, who switched up sides, left Neek's ass in the dust this episode without a second thought. That's who you want? Okay. With yeah, you guys, that was my review for Raising Kanan. I hope you enjoyed it. Please drop down and tell me what you thought about this episode, what you thought about my review. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. Do you want me to continue on, with talking about the show? Because sometimes I talk about stuff and y'all don't feel it. Then I'm just posting to be posting. I don't know. But I look forward to reading you guys' comments. I see you guys next time for my next video. Bye.